So it's very important and very mindful when you're trying to get close to God and when you're in a place of going from the old and coming into the new. It's very important because your mind is in a place of, it's like playing tug of war with you. So one of the um important things to do first, God is really saying, it's the music that you are listening to quit listening to this secular music, as in the ones that are, is very boastful, it's haughty, it's teaching you to be like the people in the Bible of what was that city that he burnt down? It was Sodom and Gomorrah. If you go back and read that story and what those people did and how ruthless they were, you will begin to see and to understand why the enemy uses music, because it is a gateway into our hearts, because we listen with our ears, but most importantly to understand, because a lot of people don't understand, why can't we listen to secular music? It's just music, it's just music. If you see, God does not like boastfulness, pride. That's one of the reasons why Satan got kicked out. Lucifer got kicked out of heaven, and then he became Satan, and he took a third of the heavens with him. So that's one reason why God does not want us to be boastful or to be prideful. And then if you go and look at how sexualized the music is, and you go back and read Sodom and Gomorrah and what God did to that city and the warnings and the things that they were doing, if you go back and read that and then look at what's going on now, it will show you, and you will get an understanding that why God does not like this and why it's immoral. Just because you're not doing, but you're listening to it, it's the same thing. You are still tainting your body in some kind of way, shape, or form. If you're not physically doing any acts, mentally, you are corrupting your mind. And eventually, after so long from listening to something, it's going to get into your heart. And when things are in your heart, you begin to act those things out. So God wants you to protect your gates, the things you see, the things you hear, and most importantly, the funny phrases that we may blurt out of our mouths that are speaking death over us and everyone around us, but it's perceived and projected as being funny. But God is saying this is you speaking death over your own life, and this is why you're being stuck. This is why you're confused. This is why you feel a certain way. This could be why you're struggling with your sexuality. This could be why you're doing this with porn or that. God is saying, speak life. Denounce all these covenants, occultic activities that you have been in that's associated with this music. And if you want to go even further, go and listen to the lyrics of the music. They are words that are being put into a song. So if you're singing it, that means the words are coming out of your mouth, meaning you're speaking that into the atmosphere, meaning when you speak a thing, it has to come to pass, because you're speaking something. You're speaking something into existence. So if you're listening to something that's occultic or it brings upon death, you are bringing that on yourself. And people are wondering why they seem like they're in so much warfare and there's so many attacks. But the real thing is, half the time we are attacking ourselves first. And we are opening the door to the enemy so that the enemy can come and bring the friends to come and play. So that's you shutting that door by putting barriers and guarding your ear gates, your eye gates, and the things you say.